The New Universal Library. Baldness, loss of the hair of the head. Baldness, loss of the hair of the head. This condition frequently occurs with advancing years when it is so common that it may be considered normal. It is usually associated with graying or whitening of the remaining hairs. Another common form of baldness that occurs earlier in life is an hereditary defect that causes early loss of hair over the temples. Though there are many claims that certain remedies can produce improvement, there is no strong medical opinion that any remedy is regularly effective. Another form of baldness is characterized by the sudden loss of hair from a circumscribed area. This is termed alopecia areata and may sometimes follow nervous shock. The condition most commonly improves by itself in the course of some months. Less commonly, the condition spreads to involve large areas of the scalp. Dandruff may also cause loss of hair. This condition is normally treatable by the use of medicated shampoos. Baldovinetti, Alesso, 1425, 99. Painter of Florentine School, the pupil of Andrea del Castagno. He painted numerous frescoes in churches, and his paintings, though sometimes somewhat hard in outline, show great richness in color. One of his most famous pictures is the Madonna in the Louvre with a fine mountain and river landscape background. He has an important place in the history of Florentine art as the master of Ghirlandaio, Antonio and Piero, Pollaiolo and Verrocchi, Baldric, Latin Balteus, belt, medieval grido or belt, usually of leather. It was worn sometimes hanging over one shoulder, across the breast and under the opposite arm, and sometimes round the waist. It supported a sword or buckle. The name was also given to the strap round the neck which held the shield. Baldric, Latin Bartels, belt, Balduin first, 1171, 1205, Emperor of Constantinople, from 1204 till his death, Count Hainault and Flanders. He was a leader of the Fourth Crusade, 1200, which turned aside to capture Constantinople, 1204, and placed him on the throne of a Latin empire in Constantinople and Romania. He was captured by the Bulgarians outside Adrianople, 1205, and imprisoned in Trontirnovo, where he died. Baldwin of Bewdley, Stanley Baldwin, first early British politician, Conservative member of Parliament from 1908. He was Prime Minister in 3 Conservative governments, and after which he retired and was made a peer. He is especially remembered for his handling of the constitutional crisis, which resulted into Edward III's abdication 1936. Dale John 1495-1563, English dramatist, born in Suffolk, was Bishop of Ossory and wrote the allegorical history play King Johan 1538, as well as religious drama Balearic Islands, archipelago in the western Mediterranean area, 1959 square meter, population 4444000, constituting a Spanish province. The main islands are Majorca, Minorca, Ibiza, and Formentera. Birth Michael William, 1808, 70. Irish-born composer of English operas, chiefly remembered for The Bohemian Girl, 1843. After humble beginnings as a violinist, he had a varied career as operatic baritone, theatrical manager and composer, both for Drury Lane and the Opera Comique Paris. He was trained in Italy, won success with Rossini in Paris, and gained an international reputation. His practical experience in theater shaped his works, and his gift of simple, effective melody found a quick response. Balfour, Arthur James Balfour, first Earl of 1848 and 1930, British statesman and philosopher. He accompanied his uncle, Lord Salisbury, to Bari in 1878, and his private secretary was appointed president of the local government board 1885 and became Irish secretary in 1887. Owing to the failure of previous attempts to solve the Irish land question, the state of Ireland was one bordering on civil war. Balfour, determined to restore order by a policy of resolute government, combining a strict coercion act, which declared all leagues such as the former Land League and Plan of Campaign, which proposed the boycotting of landlords illegal, with measures of land reforming, including the setting up of a central department to deal with land questions and a congested district board to facilitate emigration. He succeeded Salisbury as conservative leader of the House and was Prime Minister from 1902 to 1906. In 1902, he passed the Education Act, giving county and borough councils control over secondary education, which provoked violent opposition over its treatment of the religious question. Passed a further Irish land purchase bill, but opposed Chamberlain over the latter scheme for tariff reform. This controversy split the Conservative Party, and in 1905, Balfour resigned in the election. He lost his seat, but was later returned for the City of London. His policy for using the House of Lords to resist liberal legislation failed, and contributed directly to the passing of Parliament Act by the Liberal government of Asquith. During World War I, he was First Lord of the Admiralty 1915 and supported the naval attack on the Dardanelles in 1917. He succeeded Grey as Foreign Secretary and advocated a national home for the Jews, Balfour Declaration. After the war, he was responsible for the Balfour Note, by which Britain agreed to forego German reparations and to pay America the amount she received from the debtors. In 1926, he presided over a committee of the Imperial Conference which defined the relations of Great Britain and the self-governing dominions. He wrote important philosophical works, including The Foundations of Belief, 1895, Balfour Francis Maitland, 1851, 82, British biologist, younger brother of Arthur James Balfour, the statesman and one of the most brilliant of systematic evolutionary embryologists. His first important work was on the elasmobranch fishes, on which he published a monograph in 1878. His comparative embryology, 1881, is the basis of the modern study of embryology. He was killed at the age of 31, attempting to climb Aiguille Blanche, Mont Blanc,